welcome to today's video. We're going to look at Tiger's forecast for January the 29th through February the 27th of 2025. This is the first lunar month for 2025, the year of the wood snake. So there is a trigger warning. If you're easily triggered, please pass this video by, and I do hope you find what you're looking for. Okay, you're still here. What's the big news for Tiger and why the trigger warning? Well, Lunar January, there's going to be some obstacles, and these challenges will lead to personal growth. But you may not appreciate being challenged yet again, Tiger, as you begin a new year. So it's really not as bad as it sounds, but it's also not all rainbows and sunshine. And anytime I do a reading that's quote unquote less than positive, I get a lot of hate back as if, it's my fault. So you can take your pick. If you want it always to be positive rainbows and sunshine, you're going to meet your true love and you're going to get married and you're going to become a millionaire. In every reading, it's not actually the truth, is it? Because life is full of ups and downs. This is not horrific by any means. If it was, I'd let you know. But this is still going to be a challenging month. So if that's too much for you, no worries. Just, click off and go find something else. If you want to know what you can do to prepare for this and make the most of this energy, then let's go. Let's dive in and look at your career. Tiger, your career slows down this month, and it will likely be difficult for people born under the sign of Tiger to make progress at all with their business or in their career field. Now, in Lunar February, your career evens out once again and you're back on track. So it's only a momentary blip, but it can seem like you just can't catch a break because there are a lot of things working against you this month. People are ignoring your calls and emails, and you may even see coworkers taking credit for your work. And it's in your best interest to stay calm and not lose your temper, lest you come off looking like the villain. And that's a lot. That's a lot of energy right there. People aren't following up on things. You're leaving messages. Nobody's calling you back. You're not getting the information that you need to continue on with your job. And now you have people taking credit for your ideas. But if you can keep your temper in check and use your energy to collect information or collect data showing that they are lying or manipulating the situation, that would be the best strategy for this situation. And people are trying to manipulate you so that you will go off on them so that they can have proof that you're not a suitable employee at that particular position. But we know that you could do this job with your eyes closed and your hands tied behind your back. It's not an issue of being capable. It's just there's personality conflicts. And we see that with a lot of the signs last year and the year before. They've had similar lessons. Gather the proof and document what's exactly going on. And later this will be needed to end this cycle of work stress. It's going to be quite the adventure. For self-employed business owners and gig working Tigers, you may see a small increase in income this month, but your expenses are going to be much larger. Go back over your records and make sure that no one, including vendors, haven't double billed you or made some sort of accounting mistake. And this could just be an honest mistake. They've billed you twice or something like that. Or they've billed you for services that you didn't receive. So based on what you find, create a plan moving forward to watch your expenses. It could be flag that company to make sure it doesn't happen again. Call them, work it out, and note how easy or how difficult it was to fix the situation. And it might be where you end up looking for a different vendor. Or it could be someone owes you money. Perhaps you have an accounts receivable, chronically slow paying. And because of that, it's going to be a little bit harder to meet your expenses. So even though more money's coming in, people aren't paying on time and expenses are going up. So what can you do moving forward? And like I say, it may mean finding new vendors or not working with people who aren't paying on time. It is an obstacle, and it is very uncomfortable, and it's not what you want to be spending your time on. But it is very necessary because you don't want this problem building and continuing on throughout the year. For unemployed Tigers, go back over your resume and applications. Make sure nothing is missing or that there is not a typo or something small that could be distracting from your impressive resume. And make sure you get everything sent off before the end of the month. Lunar February will be your best chance at getting an interview for the first half of the month. So it's important that you get everything moving by the end of this month. And before we dive into your wealth, let me remind you that this is my take on the Chinese astrology and the energy. And because of that, it won't resonate with everybody. And that's okay. If it doesn't resonate with you, pass it on by, and I do hope you find what you're looking for. If you do like this type of content and it does resonate with you, and you like a more balanced approach, then let me know in the comments section below. Leave me the scales emoji to let me know that you're here for a balanced report, okay? And of course, subscribe. So let's look at your wealth. In Lunar January, people born under the sign of Tiger should pay special attention to their finances. Now, we've already discussed that for business owners, gig workers, yes, but everyone across the board should. The big question is, are you overspending? And is it overspending or is it inflation? And then what can you do about it? How do you protect your investments? How do you invest moving forward? These are all big, heavy questions because we all know the global economy is not stable and it's going to continue to fluctuate. You need to have a plan and a strategy in place in the year of the wood snake. There will be dramatic ups and downs in the global economy, as I said, and if you're investing, you will have to watch it carefully to avoid losing money. So if you can't do that, if you can't micromanage your investments, you might want to pull back on investing and look at something that's safer or more tangible to put your money in. Now, your money will be better this year, but in the beginning, you will have to use discernment and curtail any extra spending until the energy kind of evens out after July, and that's Lunar July. So right now, this is one of the most important things for you to do is to really look at that budget. And if you're not setting a budget, you need to start because, like I say, things are going to fluctuate wildly. So let's look at your health. And yes, this is impacting your health. Tiger may suffer from insomnia, overactive mind, and such as we begin this very stressful lunar month. You may feel pressured to make changes, yet you don't feel prepared. And it's really difficult to, instantly decide how you're going to move your money around or what you should do for investments. Should you leave the money in a savings account? Should you pull it out and buy bonds? Should you invest in the stock market? Should you buy gold? Should you buy silver? And it's just a lot. And everyone has their own opinion. It's really important that you talk to somebody that you can trust. If possible, make an appointment with a financial advisor and then talk to some trusted mentors that you know are real. They're the real deal. Now, that doesn't mean you have to do what they say, but by talking to them, this will ease some of that overthinking and that stress, and that will bring your blood pressure down, and that will hopefully allow you to sleep better at night. And this is the time to try relaxing activities like jogging, yoga, tai chi, qigong, meditation, to give your mind time to puzzle out your best course of action without actively overthinking it. This is a time to try and relax and try and stay calm. And don't visit any family members or friends that are overly dramatic, prone to just like blowing things out of proportion and making stuff worse. You need to avoid them this month. But you do need to visit your primary health representative if you're ill or experiencing any odd symptoms. Don't hesitate. Better safe than sorry. Go in if when you get that first cough to see if it is a cold or if it is COVID, go get checked out. Chances are good you're not going to have any real health problems other than the stress. But better safe than sorry. So that brings us to romance. What's going on for Tiger? Okay, single tigers, you're going to be surrounded by admirers this lunar month, and that's nothing unusual. You generally do have many admirers, but they're not all what they seem this month. It could very well be that you picked up some new admirers, especially maybe someone from online or from a dating app that seems to be too good to be true. They're sending you beautiful pictures. They're talking about taking you on a luxury trip. They're talking about moving really fast in this relationship, and you haven't even seen them or dated them yet. This could be someone out to cheat people rather than a person looking for love. And usually Tiger is very good at spotting these types of people, but right now you're busy pulling over career issues and trying to figure out what to do with your money, so you're not in the best frame of mind. Use discernment, of course, and then also go very slow with new people. If someone is especially trying to push you into committing to something or needs a little bit too much of your attention, then that's a good indication that it's probably not a legit relationship, or if it is, it's something that you don't need in your life. And it's not like you aren't surrounded by admirers, and we're going to see that change also in February, where you're going to meet someone new that could possibly be the beginning of a long-term love affair. But that's a spoiler for next month. Subscribe. So, partnered, committed, and married Tigers, what can you expect? So this month, you're going to really need to step up and make it a point to spend more time with your partner. If not, there is a possibility they're going to accuse you of avoiding them or even cheating. There's going to be gossip around you. It's either jealous friends or it is those horrible coworkers that are going to be making innuendos and starting gossip again. This is a time you really need to think about your partner's feelings. And even though you know what's going on, they're looking at things very differently. So spend time with them, talk things through. And it seems like Tiger can't catch a break this lunar month. But actually, in the grand scheme of things, this is all minor inconveniences. Yes, it will be uncomfortable. Yes, you'd rather not deal with them. But if this is the worst you're going to face during the entire year, this is nothing. Once again, document work issues, and you're going to see a pattern. And then by documenting them, you'll also have proof you need to change the situation. With your finances, if possible, speak to a financial advisor and seek advice from trusted mentors. At home, make an effort to be with your partner and discuss what's going on. The open communication with your partner will ease their mind, and also it can lead to a new perception around some of the issues that you're facing. Talk to your partner, talk to your special person, and puzzle out what you should do as a team, because you don't have to carry all this burden alone, Tiger. Yeah, it was a lot, and I have a few spoilers in there too, including things will be much better for Tiger in lunar February, especially around your career, but you'll have to stay tuned for that. You can do this. You can handle it. You're up to the challenge. And that's all it is. It's a challenge. It's not doom and gloom and the end of the world. It's merely a challenge. If you like this type of content, once again, put the scales in the comments section below, meaning that you want a balanced and accurate reading. And this will let me know that, yeah, people do actually want this type of reading. Because if you don't want this type of reading, you're not listening, and I should probably not make these videos. It's pretty simple. So, all right. Thank you so much for watching, subscribing, and being part of the Serenity community. I appreciate you. And I know, Tiger, that you're going to make it through this year with grace and intelligence. And it's going to end up being a very good year for you, all in all. So hang in there. Stay tuned for the next video. Reiki blessings.